Where is the truth in what your politicians are telling you? You want people to lead your country. You want people who are truthful and honest. You want to be led by people that you know are of great integrity. Let us ask you a little bit about integrity. Look at first your President of the United States, who has just said that he has made an evolving decision and position of his understanding of gay rights and gay marriage by talking to his family around the dinner table and the opinions of his daughters. We ask you this: does a true leader govern by the opinions of their children? Does a leader decide to go to war because they think their children would be more in favor of war? Or do they disarm simply because their children dislike the idea of nuclear weapons? Is this the way that a country is led? Do you really think this is integrity? Do you think for one moment that a campaign as well scripted and financed as is the Democratic campaign would have a Sunday slip by the Vice President that is not actually scripted? Think about it. A slip just in time to force an announcement that wasn't supposed to be made for a while, so a massive amount of fundraising could be quickly done just in the timing that would take the individual through Hollywood to all of the celebrities. Do you think there is truly a coincidence? So we ask you then, where is the truthfulness? But don't think truthfulness is something that is only questioned on one side of an aisle. Right now, the competitor for the presidency of the United States is the former governor, Mitt Romney. He has just been accused of bullying when he was younger, in school, at an age and in an era when such was common and was almost taken for granted. We do not think you should be looking back and even worrying about what someone did at that age. But you should be very concerned about what is occurring now. Because if you think for one moment that an individual forgets the actions that they have done when they're brought back up and says, oh, I don't remember that, or I could have happened, but I don't recall. If you think for one moment that a lie like that is true, then you are a grievous fool. People remember what they have done. And if they don't remember, then we would tell you that, well, whether they're football players or military and have suffered concussions, or if they are suffering early onset Alzheimer's or whatever, they're not fit to lead your country because you want somebody who has full control of their mental faculties leading your country. So now what do? You have two candidates who are liars and who are unworthy to lead your country. How are you going to choose? How are you going to choose? You have one candidate who has implemented a half-decent financial plan, and it is working, and it will work. And it takes care of reaching out to the poor, but while reaching out to the poor, he has trampled upon the rights of the churches and religious organizations. You have another individual who has made great money for businesses and himself, but has no idea how to finance a country or to run a country's market, and has proven on a small scale that he can decimate an economy. So who will you choose? Where is your choice? Where is your third choice? But we tell you this. The problem is not that you have two bad choices. The problem is that these two choices represent your consciousness. You chose them because of what you are. You have these two bad choices because you as a nation are sliding down that slippery slope that claims countries that fall into nothingness. And you can still reclaim yourself, because it does not matter who you put in office. Ultimately, that person will have to represent your desires, will have to represent your consciousness. So if you, as a collective nation, are willing to change where you are, you could put anyone in office, and the burden of that office would fall upon them, and the mantle of that office would come upon them, and they would rise to the occasion. But as long as you as a nation remain divided, as long as you as a nation want evil or bad things to be justified for your conscience, you are going to continue to have a conflicted government. That is an absolute. So again, we tell you, as we have told you before, the choice is to change yourself. We tell you you need to change, to turn. We tell you you need a new start, a new lease. John the Baptist would have told you to repent, for the kingdom is at hand. What he was saying would have been interpreted by that people. Look, you are totally missing the mark. Change your way. Change your way, and you will be rewarded richly. We leave you with blessings and with peace.